Hello everyone, myself Chaitanya. Welcome you all to the Triple T Academy YouTube channel. Today in this video session, I am going to discuss you some topic regarding for our KCET classes. As you all know, you already preparing from first PUC for your CET exams. It may be for CET, NEET or JEE. So in this video, we are going to discuss from the topic of first PUC, that is work, energy and power. As you know, from your lower classes, you have already discussed about or you have studied about work, energy and power in a very small basic things. So, from the basic, we are going to discuss now, and before the discussion of these topics, I like to tell you how the marks are being distributed for your respective classes or respective courses. Okay, so coming to the KCET, for the Karnataka CET exam, from this chapter, you can expect or you will be getting one question, that is for 1 marks. Okay, from the KCET or to the KCET, for your KCET exam, from the work, energy and power, you will be getting 1 mark questions, and for the NEET exam, you can expect 2 questions. Okay, then coming to the JEE exam, you can expect 1 question from this topic. And you know that this is a first PUC chapter, work, energy and power. And yes, 1 mark is also very much important for you and very much like easily understandable chapter also, but coming to the concept you will understand easily, but when you are solving the numericals, yes, little bit you have to use the strategies. Okay, so those tricks how to solve the numericals regarding with this chapter, I will be teaching you. Don't worry, don't take tensions while doing your KCET or NEET exam or JEE exam, whichever the exams, even with your PU board exams. Let us study in a very elaborate manner and we can build our confidence for our exams. Okay, fine. Not much more talks about those the other things. We will talk about our concept, that is work, energy, power. Okay, so work. Coming to the work, you all know the definition of work. From your lower classes you have studied. So according to the science or coming to this technical way, work is said to be done. Work is said to be done when an object experiences displacement. Okay, when object is experiencing the displacement. Okay, so what is that displacement? Yes, it is changing its position from one point to the other point. If I take there is an object here, it is moving from one position to the other position, right? So on the ground you have kept an object, it is moving from one position to the other position. How it is moving? You know that there must be an external force applied, right? So here when respect to the work is said to be done only when the object experiences the displacement, when an external force is applied on an object, right? So that time we are going to say the work is said to be done. And see here, work is said to be done, you know that there is a displacement. So displacement we represent by S and F we represent by F. Okay, sorry, force by F. Now coming to this, work is said to be done 0, work is not done 0 when, yes, as usual you know, when there is no displacement. Okay, you are applying the force but there is no displacement, the displacement is 0, that is what we call it as work is equal to 0. Okay, now coming to this here, so using this thing I can frame or we know the formula of it, work or work done W, okay, is equal to F into S. Okay, that is what? Force into displacement. So you can expect a question based on this. So W is equal to force into displacement. Everybody concentrate here. You may also get one question, that is based on, you know, any physical quantity we are classifying into two types. One is vector quantity and another one is scalar quantity, right? So what about the work done? Is it a vector quantity or a scalar quantity? Easily you can say that work is a vector quantity because work always depends on the displacement and the force. Okay, so work is depending on the displacement on the force. So force you are applying in certain direction, so that object is moving with certain direction also. So you have a magnitude and even you have a direction. So work is a vector quantity, right? So using this vector quantity, I can also show it as W is equal to force vector into displacement vector. Okay, and by using this also I can say F into S into cos theta. Okay, here theta represents the angle framed between the perpendicular of the movement of the object and the force applied. Okay, if you take there is a force applied in this direction. Okay, so here theta is formed, object is moving in this way, so this is what we call it as theta, the angle frame. So F into S into cos theta, fine. So you will be having a different formulas here, that is W is equal to F into S into cos theta and W is also equal to F into S. Coming to the elaboration of this, you know that F is equal to what? Because you have to be knowing each and everything. You have to solve the numericals based on this. As you have studied in your previous classes also, force is equal to what? Mass into acceleration. Then what is mass? Yes, you know the mass of the object they will be giving. Acceleration is V minus U by T. So this is what F. And displacement, you know, it is meter. So coming to this, when we want to know the SI unit of work, okay, SI unit of work. What is the SI unit of work? When you see the measurements or the how they are going to be measured, force by Newton, displacement by meter. So Newton meter, but our SI unit of work is joule. We are measuring the work by joule. Coming to the CGS system, in the CGS system, work is measured by erg, ERG, erg. Okay, so we have a value here, 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 erg. Okay, so this also you should be knowing, because when coming into the numerical part or MCQ part, you may also get some direct questions like that. They may also ask you what is the value of 1 joule. That will be equal to 10 to the power of 7 erg. Okay, so this is a basic concept of work. Hope you understood. Let us continue for the next topic of this itself. So before that I will revise. Yes, work is depending on both displacement and force. So W is equal to vector force into vector displacement. W is equal to F into S into cos theta. SI unit of work is joule and the CGS system of work is erg. Okay, so 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 erg. Okay, so this is the concept of work. Now coming to the next concept, that is with respect to the work itself. Sorry, work is, or it is going to be acting in a variable way. Okay, that is what we can say it as work. When it is when you can say that force is in variables, so I can write W is equal to integration of F into dx. Okay, this formula you should be knowing. W is equal to integration of F into dx. This one formula, most of the time you may get question based on this formula. Okay, so you have to use this formula. Here integration, in the sense it will be representing the mainly depending on a graph plotted between force and the displacement. Okay, always displacement in the x-axis and force will be in the y-axis. Okay, so this is how we are going to calculate. So W is equal to integration of F into dx, and we will be having an initial limit and the final limit. Okay, so this is one formula. Another formula with respect to work done. Now, in the previous slide, I also written one formula, that is W is equal to F into S into cos theta. So, based on this angle framed, we can also measure, or we can also say that work done will be equal to, in a 3 parameters, one is positive, another one is negative, and it can also become 0. So, when does this can happen? Okay, so when I told, with respect to the theta, right? So, with respect to the theta, now I am going to consider theta is equal to 0. There is no angle frame. There is 0 angle frame. Okay. So, now you see W is equal to what here? W is equal to F into S into what is cos 0? 1. So, W will be equal to F into S, so that we can consider it as a positive parameter or a positive quantity. Okay. Next, when theta is equal to 90 degree. So, when theta is equal to 90 degree, what happens? W is equal to F into S into cos 90. So, what is cos 90 here? Yes, what is cos 90? It is 0. So, I can write it as W is equal to 0. So, work done will be 0 when angle formed will be 90 degree. Okay. Coming to the, when theta is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So, when theta is equal to 180 degree, the work done will be negative. So, these things you should be knowing. When positive, theta is equal to 0, work done will be positive. When theta is equal to 90 degree, work done will be 0, and when theta is equal to 180 degree, work done will be equal to negative. Okay. So, that time it will become minus F into S. Fine. Understood? Okay. This is some parameter, some concept regarding work done with your first PUC chapter, and which you can expect questions in your KCET, NEET and JEE classes, exams. Okay. Fine. Understood? Let us move to the next concept, that is what we call it as energy. Okay. So, coming to this energy, you have studied the definition of energy in your lower classes already, right children? Right? So, what do you mean by energy? Yes, energy is nothing but ability or a capacity to do a work, right? Ability, or I can also use a word called as capacity to do a work. And you know that energy is also been measured, or the SI unit of energy is also joule. Okay, fine. Now, this energy, we are classifying them into 2 types. Okay, one is known as potential energy. Okay, potential energy, and we have a kinetic energy. See, now mainly we are studying mechanical energy here, because I cannot say only the energy into potential and kinetic energy. We have different types of energy: heat energy, light energy, mechanical energy, electrostatic energy. It's like we have a electrical energy. So, different types of energy. With respect to the mechanical energy, we are classifying the energy with the 2 types, that is potential energy and the kinetic energy. So, potential energy always will be due to, okay, it is due to position. It means that when a body is experiencing, or it is going to be under rest, okay, it is experiencing, or it is a virtue of potential energy. Okay, when body is under a virtue of position or rest, or with some configuration, okay, we call it as a potential energy, or those energies, stored energies, we call it as a potential energy. Here, coming to the kinetic energy, it is due to the virtue of motion. Okay, so virtue of motion, this is what we call it as kinetic energy. So, now you can expect the questions to solve based on potential energy and the kinetic energy. So potential energy is equal to m into g into h. Okay, mass of the object, acceleration due to gravity and height of the object. Okay, so m into g into h, and kinetic energy will be equal to half into m into v square. Okay, half into mass into velocity. So this is the brief about energy. Energy is a capacity to do work. SI unit of energy is also a joule. We are classifying energy based on the mechanical energy into two types. One is potential energy and the kinetic energy. Potential energy is mainly due to the position, virtue of position, and coming to the kinetic energy, it is due to the virtue of motion. So coming here with the formula of potential energy, m into g into h, kinetic energy is equal to half into m into v square. Okay, fine. With this, we also have another concept of work energy theorem. Okay, work energy theorem. So you also have studied a formula based on this work energy theorem. Just we'll glance it out and we'll start out with the numericals. So work energy theorem, based on a work energy theorem, W will be always equal to, when with respect to kinetic energy, half into mv square minus half into mu square. It means that half, you can write it off, half into m common, you can say v square minus u square, that is final velocity minus initial velocity. Coming with the potential energy, half into, yes, you can take m into g into h2 minus h1. Okay, difference in the height. So this is the difference in the velocity and difference in the height. So this is with respect to the kinetic energy, and this will be with respect to the potential energy for the work energy theorem. Okay, so now whatever the topics we have discussed, we will be getting a numericals or a questions for your KCET, JW or NEET based on this. Okay, let us discuss some questions here in this video. So ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಸಮ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ದಟ್. Here, not only understanding the concept, how you are applying those concepts to solve the numericals or your MCQ questions. Okay, so board exam anta bandaga, you are going to work it out based on a step by step. Coming to the CET or any other entrance exams, you will be having a time limitations, and how you are using these concepts and solving them in a limited time or at limited duration. So you know, time management is very much important coming to your entrance exams. Okay, so you have to also practice some more number of MCQs. So I like to say you, yes, you have decided that you have to go into some technical education like engineering, or it may be with the medical, or it may be with other courses, but you have to attend the entrance exams. Means please read some concept and try more number of questions on that. Okay, these will help you to know how to manage one thing, how to manage your time, how does the questions may arise, and you may also learn how to solve those questions in a shortcut form. Illi navu see here, I can't say you as a shortcut form. Okay, we have to apply some strategies, or we have to apply some different methodologies to solve those problems in a very short duration. Okay, so that I will be teaching you. And as you all know, we have our own app, that is Tribal T Academy Live Learn app. Okay, Tribal T Live Learn app. Once you have downloaded that app, you will get n number of MCQs there. Okay, it may be for your entrance exams. You can solve that. You may also get few answers, some of the answers for your MCQ questions also over there. So if you have not yet downloaded, yes, you can download, because why I am saying you, how much number of questions you are solving, that will help you for your exams. Okay, so as I told, it will help you to understand or to know more concept. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಓದಿರ್ತೀರ ಥಿಯೋರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಥರನೂ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ evolve there, and you learn how to manage the time, and you learn how to apply the methodologies, how to apply the tricks and solve the questions. Okay, so now we'll start with discussing few questions here today. So read the question first. Whenever I like to tell you one thing here. Any entrance exam you take, they will bifurcate the questions. Okay, so some part of the questions will be very much easy, some part of the questions will be moderate questions, some part will be very difficult questions. Okay, so when you are answering, especially with these entrance exams, based on these type of questions also you can manage the time. Okay, you cannot specify one question ge 1 second, one question ge 1 minute, you can't see the time and solve there, right? So some part of the questions, what I am saying, very easy questions, direct questions. Okay, if they ask you how do you measure 1 joule, you will be having the option of 10 to the power of 7 erg. Those are all direct questions. Easily you will take the marks there, you will take the option there. Okay, so those questions you try to solve it in a very less time, and those time left out for each question you can use for the other difficult questions also. So that is also one trick we have to use, or a strategy we have to use to solve the MCQs. Okay, so first, whichever the questions you know that confidently, don't want to be overconfident. Okay, confidently you know, yes, this is the right answer, direct question, mark it out there. On spot you have to mark it out. But while you marking out, see which question, which option is the correct. Okay, in hurry burry what you will do now, you will be knowing the correct answer, you will mark the wrong answers. So that should not happen. So don't be so much overconfident. Okay, fine. Let us solve the numericals. The work done by a force acting on a body is as shown in the graph. So I will draw that graph. The total work done in covering an initial distance of 20 meter is, so you have to calculate the work here. So first I am going to draw you the graph there. Okay, so this graph is actually given with F and S diagram. Okay, F in the y axis, S in the S axis. Okay, so x axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ S ಇದೆ, that is the displacement. In the y axis you have a F. Okay, and here they have 0. I will use some other color so that you will be knowing 0. Okay, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, here also in the y axis 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so this is of Newton, 5 Newton, 10 Newton, 15 Newton. Here 5 meter, 10 meter, 15 meter. Okay, then the graph has been given for you. The graph will be provided for you people. So the graph is been starting with this initial 0 and it is moving to the 10. Okay, and once it has moved into the 10, it will be a constant value till you have 15. Again the graph or the force will be changing. Okay, now after the 15 meter, again it is moving towards 20 Newton. Okay, and again it will be constant. Okay, fine. So this is how you have a graph here. Okay, so this is the graph they will be giving for you people. Based on this graph or using this graph, you have to calculate what is the total work done. So now think once again. Yes, they are saying that work done by a force acting on a body is shown in the graph. Okay, to calculate the total work in covering an initial distance of 20 meter. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 20 meter ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕವರ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್. ಸೊ ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ the work done. So in this graph, using this graph, you are going to calculate work done by one concept, that is work done is equal to area covered with the FS graph. ಓಕೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಏರಿಯಾ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಏರಿಯಾ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ rectangle, area of rectangle you will find, area of trapezium you will find, area of triangle you will find. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ we have to divide the figure there. Okay, so once if I start dividing the figure here, two types of figure ನಾನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಸ್ we have one trapezium. Okay, so what do you mean by trapezium? Opposite sides will be parallel and another two sides will be included. What is that? Inclined. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನು A B C D, and here we have another trapezium C E C D E F. Okay, fine, understood. So now this you can solve it as area of trapezium. Okay, area of trapezium ABCD plus area of trapezium CDEF or FE. Okay, CDFE. Now coming to this, what is the formula? You have to go back to your mathematics. What is area of trapezium? Yes, area of trapezium, just I will make you to revise those concepts also here. So when I take this is the trapezium, if I take this is A, B, and this will be the height. Okay, so area of trapezium will be equal to A plus B by 2 into height. Okay, ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈ ಥರನೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟು A plus B into height. Okay, so now coming with this ABCD, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ A, when I take this is the one trapezium here, right? So one trapezium ಅಂದಾಗ ಇದು A ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು B ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and this will be the height. So coming to this, yes, tell me what is A here? Idr value ಏನು 5 to 15 ಇದೆ. So 5 plus 5 10, sorry 5 plus 5 10 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So I am going to take off into A is 10 plus B ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ from the 0 to 15. Okay, and what is the height? Height is 10. Okay, so this is 10 plus again with this thing off into, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ when I take this is the diagram is in this way, right? So you have to show it in a trapezium form. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ trapezium form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ you have the area A plus B. A plus B ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು A ಮತ್ತು ಇದು B ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This is what 10 plus what is B 20 into you have a height. This will be considered as right. So that will be 5. Okay. So when you take the value of here off into 10 plus 15 is 25 into 10 plus off into 10 plus 20 30 into 5. Okay. So when you solve it out, what will be the thing? 2 1s are 2 5s are 2 1s are 2 15s are 25 into 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, 2 carry will be there, 5 2s are 10, 12, 125 plus 15 into 5, 5 5s are 25, 2 carry, 5 1s are 5, 6 7, 75 ಆಯಿತು. So 125 plus 75 how much? 5 plus 5 10, 7 plus 3 10. So this will be 200. So work done will be equal to 200 joule. So option B is the correct one. Okay, so this is how you have to solve the problems. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ನಾನು ಏರಿಯಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಫ್ ಎಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಹೌ ಡು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಬೈ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಏರಿಯಾ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಮೇ ಡಿವೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ವೇರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೆಪೀಸಿಯಂ. ಓಕೆ, 3 ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಆಗು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹೌ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ flexible or how much comfortable with that you can do that. Okay, so this is how a problem we can solve here. Fine, understood, right? We'll go to the next question. Read out the question here. A force acts on a 3-gram particle. Okay, so they are saying that there is a force acting on a 3-gram particle. So mass is what? Mass of a particle 3 gram. So always you know that keep the values in SI unit. So adana nan kg ge itkondre 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg in such a way that position of particle as a function of time is given by, so x value kottidare illi, that x represent you the displacement of the particle. So it is in a equation form 3t minus 4t square plus t cube, where x is in meters and t is in second. The work done during first 4 seconds. Okay, so they are saying that you have to calculate the work done with first 4 seconds, so that when I say that initial time will be equal to 0 second and final time will be equal to 4 second. Okay, so now x anta ide, so you know that we have a formula of integration of f into dx if you use. So idanna ನಾವು 2 ways ನಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. One based on work done based on a formula called as w is equal to integration of f into dx. Okay, and another one by another last concept we studied, no, work energy theorem. So that is equal to half into mv square minus half into mvu square. Okay, so ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಯಾವುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ 2 ways also I can teach you. Listen now. So we want velocity here, right? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ f ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? mass into acceleration. Again we don't know the acceleration, we want velocity. So when you differentiate x, okay, dx by dt, that is equal to velocity. That will be equal to, when you differentiate, what happens? 3t is what? 3 minus 4t square, 4 2s are 8, 8t plus t cube is what? 3t square. Right? So this is what we call it as v. And if you want the acceleration will be the double differentiation of the velocity. d square x by dt square, that is equal to, when you differentiate this velocity you will get the acceleration. So a is equal to, this will be 0, so minus 8 when you differentiate this, plus 3 to the 60. Okay, so this is the value of a and this is the value of v. Fine, got it? Just once you glance it out here, v is equal to 3 minus 8t plus 3t square and a is equal to minus 8 plus 60. Okay, so you know that we have a formula of, one way I told you, integration of f into dx. Okay, so illenagutte andre integration of f into dx anta tagondaga, so what is f actually? ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. f is equal to what? mass into acceleration ಅಲ್ವಾ? so mass ಏನು? 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into acceleration is what? minus 8 plus 60. Right? So when I substitute here f, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 8 minus 60 into, what is dx actually? We have to write it as v. dx is v. So again you are getting 3 minus 8t plus 3t square into dt. Okay, sorry, into dt. So here what happens? This is little bit of longer method. When you, with your board exams, you can do the differentiation integration easily, and if you are so much comfortable with or very fast in doing integration process, yes, you can do that. Apply the integration here and the limit will be from 0 to 4, time limitation 0 to 4 will be there. By this also you can do one method. Okay, so I am going to use the other method of work energy theorem because it is little bit easy and it doesn't consume more time. So W is equal to half into m into v square minus u square. Okay, so now what is half into m andre eno 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3, right? And v square, what is v square actually? When the time is 4 seconds. So I am going to calculate here, just listen. When you apply with this v value ge, what I am going to do, I am substituting 4, t is equal to 4. Okay, so what will that time v will become when t is equal to 4? 3 minus 8 into 4, okay, plus 3 into 4 square. Okay, so the answer will be 19. So v value will be 19 square minus u andre illenagutte, again we have to apply the 0. So u is equal to minus 8, sorry, 3 minus 8 into 0 plus 3 into 0. So answer will be 3. So 3 square. Okay, easy, right? When you compare to this, the previous one, this will be very much easy. Half into 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 19 square minus 3 square. Now listen here, half into 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3, 19 square. Yes, it is 19 means somehow we will be knowing 20 square or go, we know the direct answer. Some will do till 30 or whatever the thing. But if it is more like 25 also you can do 625, will say off. Okay, if it is more or confusion, so you can use another method. Okay, I think in your lower classes you have studied 19 square, you can bifurcate as 20 minus 1 whole square. So this is in the form of what? A minus b whole square, right? So a minus b whole square andre enagutte 20 square plus 1 square minus 2 into 20 into 1. So 2 into 20 is 40, 40 into 1, 40 aitu. 20 square you know easily. What is 20 square? What is 20 square? Yes, it is 400 plus 1 minus 40. So 401 minus 40, right? Easily you can solve here. 1 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 4 is 6 and 360, right? So 1 minus 0 is 1 here, 361. So idenagutte answer avaga 361 minus, what is 3 square? 9. So when you calculate here 361 minus 9, then you are going to get 528. Okay, 528 into 10 power of minus 3. When you solve it, you are going to get it out. So 528 into 10 power of minus 3 andre enadu 528 millijoule. So work done is equal to 528 millijoule. See, with these steps only we have done the problem. Okay, so what is the answer here? D is the correct option. Okay, D is the correct option. Fine, hope you understood. And yes, we have little bit time also, don't be so much like tensed and steady. Please understand each and every concept, whatever the problem you have or whatever the thing. Yes, we are there so that for the helpful of our students, we are conducting our KCET classes. At the same time, we are also conducting the PU board revision classes, which is going to be commencing from December 4th. So who are all interested can contact to the our below mentioned numbers. Okay, so fine, thank you so much. In the next video, I am going to continue with the same chapter, and before going to that next video, please once revise these concepts and try to solve more questions based on this. So if you want to get more questions, you can download our Triple T Live Learn app and you can solve your MCQs. Thank you so much. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.